Welcome to Cape Breton Movers and Shakers, where we have conversations with people who are doing good things here in Cape Breton. I'm Richard Lorway, president of goCapeBreton.com, and today I'm speaking with Joseph Gracie, owner of Soulvaria VR, a virtual reality family entertainment center in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Welcome, Joseph.
Thanks for having me, Richard.
Oh, my pleasure. So tell me about Soulvaria VR. How did it get started?
Yeah, so back in 2016, actually, is when the idea started to come to mind. I was actually overseas in South Korea teaching English at a school with my fiance. Me and her were there, and we had a weekend together, some time off, which is, definitely a bit of a rarity when you're a teacher over there.
Yeah.
But we were over in a place called Everland, actually. It's a bit of like almost like a Walt Disney of South Korea. It's a really, really interesting place to be. And I got to try some amusement rides out there. And one of the amusement rides was a virtual reality experience. And it was one of the first of its kind. It was actually a roller coaster, but it felt like I was actually on it. It was amazing. Like it was immersive, right? So for me, being a gamer and having the opportunity to try this out, it was like reliving my childhood dream, so to speak, right?
Right. Excellent. So you experienced it there, and the idea came that you could possibly introduce it here. What made you think it would work here in Cape Breton?
Because, well, growing up here, like I'm from the Bay myself, I'm a local,
Right.
and so growing up, there wasn't a lot for me to do except play outside and stuff like that. Other than going to the movies and the theater, the drive-in, there wasn't a heck of a lot to do. So throughout most of my life, I found that, and I thought it'd be great to just add another type of entertainment back home in a little small community of Cape Breton, and I thought it was a fantastic idea because it's just one of those things that everybody of all age groups can enjoy, whether you're 4-year-old or an 84-year-old, it doesn't matter. There's something for everybody with virtual reality.
Right. So when did you open your doors?
Well, officially, so 2016 started working on the ideas, and it was September 16th, 2017 that we officially opened up.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So how does the pricing work?
So pricing, basically, we do it in increments of 30 minutes or an hour. 30 minutes is $16.99.
Right.
And for an hour, it's $29.99. And we like to keep our prices really affordable compared to a lot of the competition. I mean, all throughout Canada, a lot of people are charging anywhere from 45 plus.
Right. And do you have like memberships and that kind of thing, or?
We do, yeah, for sure. Like we have like packages for members. So if you pay $40 a month, and you get your hours for only $20, so you get 2 hours to use every month, and then 25% off additional time. So for regulars, it makes things even more affordable.
All right.
So it's one of our key goals actually is to do that.
So tell me about the types of experiences. If I went there, what can I do?
Yeah, so basically we got 120 different virtual reality games in there, and what's known as our virtual reality arcade section. That there we have 6 different headsets, so up to 6 players can play at the same time. And yeah, I mean, you can come individually as well. You don't necessarily have to come with groups. You can play by yourself if you wanted to, right? But and that's what we call our arcade side. We actually have a new location. Well, I should say room, not location. It's called our free roam arena. And inside the free roam arena, there's 4 headsets, minimum of 2 players, because it's like a multiplayer room.
Right.
You can do everything from like virtual reality laser tag, which is really something to see in action. Virtual reality escape rooms, which is amazing. And then playing wave-based shooters like zombie apocalypses, and going inside a computer and feeling like you're back in like early 2000s reboot show where you're fighting off viruses and stuff like that. So it's pretty unique.
Right. So your main application would be entertainment then, but are there other applications for virtual reality?
Oh God, yeah. Like we're just touching the base of a lot of things. We're everything from education to tourism. We've had people come in, and one of our applications, Google Earth, or I should say, yeah, Google Earth. It's a experience that allows you to pretty much tour the entire planet. Like anywhere where Google Street View was is where you can go. So we had an elderly gent that came in a long time ago, and I remember this experience because it was so kind of heartwarming. Because he came in and he wanted to go see his home in Scotland, but he's like 80 some years old. He never really done a lot of traveling, and probably thought he'd never go and see that. So he goes up and types in the rough the street address, and he's just going through it all, and he ends up finding it, and he's just blown away that he's here in virtual reality, staring at his family home that he probably wouldn't have had the chance to do so, right?
Right.
And then there's creative arts and design. Like that's also another really cool thing to see. Like if you can imagine, painters painting on a two-dimensional canvas. If you can extrapolate that and put it into a virtual reality environment, which we can with Google Tilt Brush, you can essentially draw in 360 degrees. The entire environment is your canvas, right? They give you perspective for that. We had a little one come in and draw an igloo, like actually create an igloo. When he's done painting the igloo, he crawled inside of it. So it just changes the
Wow.
dynamic, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, how, I mean, obviously your rig is a lot more than a typical home rig. So is the
Mhm.
experience like that much richer than you would find in a home rig?
Yes, for sure. Like we focus on high end virtual reality gaming, whereas a lot of the home rigs they tend to focus on like the lower end to like medium end.
Right.
Uh, and our library is very vast. Like we have a huge library of content. So getting that kind of content on a home rig would be quite expensive. So coming in to be able to get the newest titles and the most popular thing to do is something that's also attractive to people. Birthday parties is also really big for us, and we are always booked out on the weekends for birthdays. So we recently, with our new free roam arena, it doubles as a party room. So if I can take
Right.
a moment, I'll show you what that looks like.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so very quick, this here, big open space is actually the free roam arena. And the free roam arena uses 4 headsets to be able to connect. So you can have up to 2 to 4 players in this room.
Right.
And back here is actually where we can have the pizza party after your birthday
Gotcha.
session with the VR time. Yeah.
Right.
So this here, big television, and we'll also show you your, oh, I'm not showing you there. Let's see.
Show me your hand.
Yeah,
There you
sorry about
go.
that. Yeah, the big TV there. That there is where you see the gameplay going on too. So anybody
Gotcha.
who's in here with the VR players, you'll be able to see what they're up to.
Do the marks on the wall serve a function, or are they decorative?
Uh,
Decorative.
they're both. They actually sort of function. So there's with these new headsets, they have what's known as inside-out tracking, and
Right.
inside-out tracking doesn't require any like expensive sensors. They actually require just 4 cameras on the headset, and so the
Oh,
headset needs a kind of like a memorable thing to know where it's at. So it has to look for intricate designs, like things on the wall and stuff to remember where the headset is placed in time. If you know what I mean.
right. So they're reference points for the virtual reality.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Three-dimensional space. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yep.
So you also mentioned your website that you have mobile VR services.
We do actually, yeah, yeah, and I mean, of course, the pandemic and everything, we haven't done a lot of that this year, but in the
Right.
past, we certainly have. We attend everything from large scale events to home birthday parties. We've done things like Ribfest, the exhibition in North Sydney when that was a thing. We've gone to the Mayflower Mall several times, multiple times, more times than I can count actually, because it's a great place to put on virtual reality entertainment for people. And also, we do, like I mentioned, home birthday parties. We've gone to corporate parties. We've done things with the Boys and Girls Club in the past. Like we get out there when we can, for sure.
So as you mentioned, the pandemic, how has that affected your business?
I'd say honestly, it's the same way it's affecting everybody else. It's just people are scared to come to your facility because of scared of the contagions and such. Um,
Right.
that being said, though, we've never had a case at Soulvaria. We're very lucky. We take our pride in that because
Right.
we're very clean. Like we're clean to begin with because we have to be. I mean, we deal with like, a lot of sweat and things like that,
Yeah.
and so we have the right cleaning solutions to take care of all that. And uh, we've also invested in a really expensive machinery called CleanBox, and it's a bit of an overkill, but we just want to make sure everybody's safe. So what that
Right.
is you put the headset at the end of the session into it, and then it essentially just hits it with UV medical grade UVC light and
Right.
destroys everything on the headset. So there's nothing on it, no contagions, none of that stuff. Yep, it's all certified for COVID and whatnot. So extra precautions has definitely been helpful for us for sure.
Right. Okay. And so you're
Yeah,
located in the New Dawn facility, are you?
we are actually. Yeah, we're on the third floor in Suite 303.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So where do you see the technology going in the future?
Honestly, it's amazing to see where it's going. It's going to be stuff that you'd see in sci-fi movies very soon, very soon. There'll be a time I'm thinking where you'll be able to just sit back in a chair and just dive deep into another world altogether, and it wouldn't feel any different than this one. In the near future, I see virtual reality and gaming experiences so on par with the high-end gaming that we have today on very expensive gaming rigs and stuff. Um, I see lighter weight headsets, higher resolution, better graphics, like
Yeah.
immersiveness, taking smells, and you eventually be able to taste things. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's definitely the future for VR for sure. Now for us, we would love to get into being able to do like the virtual reality rides, like the 7-dimensional rides, to be able to sit on like a physical motorbike, put on the VR headset, and all of a sudden you're driving down, in a race, so to speak, or whatever the case may be, where you're actually getting both the physical immersion of the bike moving around and you feel the
Yeah.
wind
Force
whistling.
feedback kind of thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
7-dimensional, basically. I think that's what they call it. So
Okay.
yeah, that's something that we're going to get into, but we're looking to expand with that as we expand into new locations in the future.
Gotcha. Years ago, I was at Universal, theme park in LA, I guess, and they had the Back to the Future ride. I mean, this is back in the,
Oh yeah,
and you
awesome.
climbed into you climbed into sort of an actual model of a DeLorean with about 8 other people, and you sort of went up on this big arm, and then the space in front of you was a projected like globe, so you could see your entire view was taken up by this projection, and
Yeah,
they picked the car up and they shook it around on this mechanical arm,
yeah.
and that was perfectly in sync with what you were doing in the film, and it was quite the ride.
What did you say that was? How long ago did you try that out?
Oh, I'm gonna say 2005, maybe.
2005. Yeah, that would have been really impressive back then for sure. Holy cow.
Yeah, it was designed by Douglas Trumbull, who was the designer for that film. I'm just meandering at this point. I'll probably cut all
Yeah,
this
yeah,
out.
yeah. That's
Blade
so
Runner.
cool. I
He
like it.
was the artistic
I
director for
love Blade
Blade
Runner.
Runner, and he
Yeah,
designed this ride for Universal Studios. But yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm a
it
big fan of
was
all that.
it was a
So
blast. We went out the exit and we went around, because we're all technology people, right? Went out the exit, went around to the front, went right back in again, and did a
so
toy
cool.
center. Yeah, yeah. So what's your future vision for Soulvaria? Where you want to be in 5 years?
Yeah, sure. So we want to extend like the family entertainment services. We'd love to get into being offering like the whole package. You come into a place, you get to like a building of our own, basically, and not something that's in the third floor of a building. It's something that's more ground level for everybody,
Right.
larger in concept. We'd like to be able to offer like food and beverages, like the whole family package to come in and enjoy yourself. Be like a hot spot for entertainment, really, and birthday parties and all that stuff, right?
Gotcha.
So we want to expand actually the free roam vision, because the free roam technology is like it's amazing. You got to try it, and like it's just, I see it going so far. Like the giant space that you can walk around in. Like the concept that we have here is pretty big, but it can go so much bigger. We just need more space to make that happen.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, listen, thanks so much for your time today. It was a lot of fun.
my pleasure. Anytime, Richard.
All right. I've been speaking with Joseph Gracie, owner of Soulvaria VR in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and we'll see you next time on Cape Breton Movers and Shakers.